Grand Risings, Grand Rising. Thank God for another day. Don't complain. We back. Back. It's your host, Papa Stretch. Hey, got another one of Dad Chat TV. I know you guys haven't seen me in a while. And for that, I give my sincerest, most genuine, from the bottom of my brain, apology. Didn't mean to. It's just been so much, so much. But I've also been trying to get things in order. I got my little microphone equipment coming so you can hear me better. Shout outs to my boy Weez. You know, he gave me a nice little picture to put in the back. So I'm gonna get a couple things ready. My table's not here because it's kind of holding some things up. Remember when I told y'all, it's about the message, never the messenger or the presentation. Of course, Southside, we outside. New York for president, we back, man. Dad Chat TV, your host with the most to gain. Papa Stretch. Today is Truthful Tuesday, right? We got to start here. Tomorrow we will be having our first of Women's Opinion Wednesday. Dad, we got to tell our truths, man. We got to tell our truths. Don't forget, y'all. Don't try to play me short. It's been a while since y'all seen me, but it's always Mets. Just read up on some new Mets hats, so just imagine. Y'all can go 60, 70 months. 6 or 7 months without seeing me wear the same Mets hat. I'm just saying. But today's Dad Truthful Tuesday, and I figure what better way to come back and start it off than with Papa Stretch Truth. So here we go. Fellas, we got to get more vocal and more heart and courage to speak upon the things that aren't the norm, such as, once again, baby mama drama or mother of children issues, women, sports, and all these things. We cannot be ashamed to speak about the issues we have with our kids, especially because it's Dad Chat TV. And sometimes the way they make us feel. Because mothers get to speak about how much the kids frustrate them, how they have the issue with the kids and their truthful feelings without the world saying or assuming they love them less or they're harsh. But we're supposed to always just smile and say, yep, everything's just good. I'm going to be the first one to say this, man. And it's going to sound weird to some of you people, pardon me, I know these damn eyes and all that. I'm going to be the first to say this. Not that I love my baby, because I ain't the first. And I wouldn't trade them, and I wouldn't give them up for nothing. But there are very many, let me word that. There's a lot of moments and times where I might not like my kids. Not in a horrible way, but not just behavior, bad, touch things, don't listen, do too much, mischievous. That's children. Boy or girl, all around the board. But I'm man enough to be the one to say it, even if I'm the first or the last. There are behaviors in my children, my beautiful babies, which is Baby and Armadillo, still a Willow Pillow Armadillo, that I despise. And I know this because they're living in the world. As I told y'all before, I'm pretty sure, fellas, we're not the only one raising our children. No matter if you're there every day, the mom, they're being raised by what they see. They're raised by other people you bring them around, other people in school, people outside, the men who make the sandwiches at the deli, the people who work at the register at the supermarket and Walmart. They're learning from every human being they encounter. My kids, your kids, all kids. And there are a lot of behaviors I don't like in humans, but some behaviors I really don't like when I see an adult women nowadays, as we spoke on some of them. And what about when we see those same behaviors out of our children? And we know they're them. Those are the behaviors that we see and we despise. What do we do about it? How do we go about it? How do we handle it? my case, I'm in between because I understand they're sponges and they're soaking up their environment. The other side of me is angry and frustrated because it isn't because I'm not teaching them different and better, but as God say, there are some things that are just out of our control, and unless I isolate them in a room and pay for everything to come to them, which I don't have enough money in the world for that, how can I? My babies, pardon me, you guys, have picked up the habits in which I see in a lot of women that are adults, and which I don't want whoever son out there that may be the wonderful man for my daughter, both my daughters, I don't want them to carry the behaviors I despise and which cause me trouble for them to pick up and give to someone else's child, because that's horrible. For the other person's child, primarily, and secondary, it's bad for my children because it's setting them up for a life of hardship and trouble and self-sabotage. Instead of whatever God presents in front of you, good or bad, we deal with that, we accept it, and we move on. Now, some of us, we all have a little bit of self-sabotage. We're going to do things sometimes that, we can't always realize later on in life it might not be the best thing for us. But at the moments and certain behaviors, that is something can't go on for decades and years until corrected. I said to say, my babies, no matter how much I give them, how much I buy them, how much I do with them, part of it is my fault. Part of it is what they're seeing and coming to understand. They're never satisfied. Now, I know you guys out there, man or woman, hopefully it's mostly men, watching and say, well, Papa Stretch, that's how it's supposed to be. You're their dad, and I get all them things. But it's really bad to the point where it causes me to lash out sometimes and be angry and say little things, and nothing crazy, but little things, how they make me feel at the moment. And a part of me know I'm not wrong because in the moments they really are pestilous. But a part of me know I am wrong because, as I said before, I've always wanted to, and as great as my patience can be, there are moments where it's very short. And they do it, no matter how much I spend my life, play with them, take them anywhere. They're grown to be unsatisfied human beings. Excuse me. And me experiencing that in life with women and people, I know the position, if this behavior continues, they'll put somebody in. And the times when my head blows up and my emotions, I can only pray that they have found somebody with stronger abilities to keep their patience and hold their cool. But I can't expect that from them. Because one, I'm not raising whoever they're going to be with. And I'm not raising my children to think when they're feeling somewhere, whatever it is they're doing wrong, that the world should move around and figure out how not to experience it. Because that's not how society works. You understand? Their bosses ain't going to do that. Their coaches ain't going to do that. I'm not going to do that, even though I do the most of the ability just to show them, listen, I'm the only person who is going to buck for you or curl for you, bend over backwards to the point of breaking. I'm the only one who's going to give until I'm in debt. I'm the only one who owes you that. Nobody owes you that. Your husband will never owe you that. He owes you to love you, be loyal, take care, you provide, be there for you through sickness and health and wealth. He doesn't owe you to give until there is nothing else to give. He doesn't owe you to get whatever behavior you give, and he has to be strong enough to go through it for the rest of his life, because his parents didn't have him in order to be your emotional slave or your punching bag or your way out of what you're feeling internally. That's not what I'm trying to teach my children. But their level of greed and their level of unsatisfiedness, so I might be using the word wrong, it's turning from cute and okay to I'm feeling disgusted by it. And they make me angry with it because I despise those behaviors in adult women. And to see that my babies are also picking up these habits. If we go to the mall, once again, I understand kids want a lot of things. I was a kid. But it's a level of how you do it. I understand they don't get certain things. You have parents that teach you respect, and you get a certain age where you can pick up on these things your own. It still can't be the excuse of just a kid. That's for most things. But now when I'm teaching right from wrong, now when I walked out of the store and bought you something, spent however much money, and you might have got something from the last 15 stores. I can see we just started and these things. My kids don't know moderation. They don't know a little bit. They don't know to stop over begging. My youngest, she's in baby mode and she's understanding that. And I'm getting a little more on her because she's playing into it. Where she'll ask for one thing. Daddy, can I get a piggyback ride? No, not right now. Daddy, can I get candy? No, later. Daddy, can I get this? By the fifth ask is like, now I'm going to stop and yell or possibly have to pop you because you're doing too much. You're asking just to get a yes and a yes and a yes. Some things I do when it's a little TV and certain things that's out of reach and far-fetched, I'll yes her all day long just to okay. But she has this thing, she's gonna ask things that's right in front of us that we can be done or obtained. And we're not getting that, now it's instantly cry mode. And it's getting to the point where it's really, like I said, disturbing and disgusting. Because I spend my last and I do as much as possible daily to buy them something, not because it's just materials that make them happy, just because I didn't have a father that did any of these things. And that's not the measurement of my love or my fatherhood to them. But I just want them to show that your father loves you. And whatever it is I have on this earth, it is yours. I don't care about this materialistic. It's about God. It's about love. It's about family. I've come through this stage in my life. Some get it faster. Some get it later. Some get it in my timing. But it's about all these things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not about all these things. And once again, I take full accountability because part of it is my fault too. As much as they see the humbleness when I don't have things in life, I can't be naive to the fact that they don't see or experience or witness my joy when I'm able to buy a lot and keep buying things. My sister said it. My wife then said it. My kid's mother, however you want to put it. A lot of people have said it. You know, I kind of do have a shopping problem, not to the point where I put myself in debt or done crazy things too. But all money I come across that I earn and make on my own, if I'm feeling upset, sad, or it's always been my pastime and because of my old life, I picked up a lot of habits, what we'll talk about another day, fellas. When we're living a certain lifestyle and we pick up a lot of those habits and we indulge in it for so long because it goes with that particular lifestyle. Whether you're an athlete, a truck driver, a guy in the streets, or a businessman, whatever it is, there are a lot of things, there are a lot of behaviors and habits we pick up with our profession or our business endeavors. And when we're no longer doing those things, what we come to find out is just for the men who get too deep in whatever they're doing. The things we did around doing that occupation became our habits, became our hobbies, became our interests. Now, some is good and some is cool and some is nothing wrong with it. But a lot of them, including for myself, I realized it's taking me out of society in a sense. It's taking me out of the loop of life to where half the time I don't know, let's say, all the fashion tips that's going on or the artists or some of the political and important things that's going on. Because I pay attention to certain things, but I be so much into my own world, so much of an introvert nowadays. I can understand how Lil Wayne and some people say, well, I'm not 100% in tune. I don't really have social medias and all that stuff, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, we pick up habits and hobbies, as I just said a few minutes ago, to where we need to possibly change when we no longer live in that life. And that's kind of the crossroad that I'm in. You understand? living the life, as I told you before, I was a guy, worked a lot of jobs, but I also indulged and ran in the nightlife, the streets, the jungle, the criminal world, whatever it is you want to classify it. I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not hiding the god darn thing. But I picked up a lot of habits and hobbies, which is okay, but it's different when you're making money hand over fist. And one of them things, my hobbies, when I was doing some of the things I was doing, a lot of my friends were working or school, college, or doing this, and I had fistful and pockets full of money, but a lot of time in my hands, and not too many people to do these things with. So I picked up shopping, and I always had that in me since fashion as a kid. You know, I didn't have much, so. But now I was able enough to buy whatever I wanted when I wanted, and it became not an addiction to the point where, because I know how to buy things for $10. I can spend $70, $60 and get the fulfillment of it. But I buy a lot and I do a lot of shopping, clothes, sneakers, and stuff. I don't do the video games and all that jewelry here and there. But I said all that to say, my babies have watched that and seen that of me. So I take accountability for their want and their need for things we consider nice and materialistic and shallow and all those things. But in the mix of it, I'm not a parent that hides everything from them. I tell them when daddy's broke. It's like I knew my mother had, so I didn't just believe they always had it when I got it. I tell them, no, you just got something. Learn to be grateful, enjoy what you have. So I'm trying my best to balance, but I'm not 100%. Succeeding at it. Hence, Dad Chat TV, Truthful Tuesdays. I'm giving y'all my truth. It's a vulnerable state, but I don't feel ashamed and I don't feel less of as I probably would have years ago. I'm just curious of how do I navigate through these waters, you know? It could be an icy tundra with a lot of icebergs and things of that nature. It could be a swampy, vine root filled Everglades, and either way, it's not easy to navigate. I feel I'm doing some things right, and I definitely feel I'm doing some things wrong. But at least getting my truth out, I feel will help me, help you, help us. So with that being said, let me know. Once again, you know, your boy ain't that smart when it comes to technology and all these things. So I still don't know how to, I gotta get somebody with some time, you know. There's a lot of people that want to help me, but I'm not knocking nobody, but it's difficult when people got their own things going and people might not see your vision. So, you know, the timing is a situation to get somebody at one point to do it. But just please watch the messages. I'll send them out. Hopefully somebody will share it with you that you know, and you can check them out. We'll figure out how to get the comments and everything was up and the title and all that. As I said, right now, I got the message for you. Not the greatest presentation and not the greatest, I'm not the greatest messenger, but these are the words from God, you know. And if you don't believe in the good Lord, that's fine too. I'm not one of those that hate or want to bash or speak negative to anybody. Your beliefs are your beliefs. I will give you my opinion, but that's as far as it goes. So whatever it is out there that pushes you, I want you to believe it's bringing the words from me to y'all. You understand? However that might be. And with that being said, don't be afraid to come up. You know what I mean? I don't care what nobody say. I'll give you my regular number now. You know. Ain't that many in tune, but hopefully whoever's in tune can pass it. If you ever want to call in, it's 973-832-3466. And give your spill, you know? Tell your truth. Tell it to your friend. Even if it don't reach this platform. Turn to your homeboy. Ask him, yo, bro, you got a kid? I got a kid, man. Can we talk something about our children one day? Let's not talk about these women, how good they look, and what can we buy them, where we partying, the issues with their mothers and all that, or probably with some dudes, or this, that, and the third, or betting, or cryptocurrency, whatever it is. I got some things going on with my child, bro, and I don't know how to handle this, or even, I never felt man enough to even speak on it. So how can I fix my problem if it's just sitting on me internal? Some of us are good at fixing our own problems, but even those like myself who are, at some point in time, I need help. So where can we go with this? Hence Dad Chat TV. I turn to me and I say, anything wrong with your kids you need to talk about? Is there anything I can talk about my kids that you will listen to? And that's how you do it. Whether he's on the right of you or to the left of you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you got to reach back and tap the guys on the van or the bus behind you. You know what I'm saying? These kids, they need us, man. I love my kids, but I just got to be honest about the things I go through with them. So with that being said, Dad Chat TV, tomorrow we'll be coming back. We will be having College by Pretty. I'm going to make sure I get her. She don't wake up the earliest because my nephew, you know what I'm saying? It's a handful. He's soon to be 2, and he played a night strip, you know what I'm saying? He might have to be a building worker, or, the guys that do all the important things in the city that we don't see because we're sleeping. So, shout out to you, Yellow Face, Baby Casey. But yeah, this is Dad Chat TV. Please get in tune and tap in, man. I'm gonna get everything right. I promise. The good Lord is my witness. My grandfather is looking down and with the good Lord and giving me the inspiration I need. I'm gonna have the proper place. I'm gonna have everything I need. I'm gonna have my people. I'm gonna have my mics. I'm gonna have all my good stuff, man. Just work with me, y'all. You understand what I'm saying? And with that, here go another one down. Dad Chat TV. Mets always. Southside, we outside. New York for president. Just for the 7 continents, the 7 seas. You understand what I'm saying? All types of men on earth. Old, young, white, black, Spanish, Chinese, anything in between I didn't mention. You know what I'm saying? God bless you guys. May your almighty or your power, whatever that is, keep you healthy and your family good. And let's get these babies some answers and some better dads. You know what I'm saying? Dad Chat TV. Papa Stretch.